In today's video, we're going to take a close look at how Chevrolet's first ever NFT sale ended in massive failure. One thing that's particularly concerning at the moment is how lopsided the positioning has grown in the market for cryptocurrency and NFT options. This particular dynamic may make any sell-off brought on by this crypto winter worse. So let's get into it. First off, a cause for concern for the decentralized finance market. In the realm of NFTs, another day means another catastrophe at this point. Chevrolet, which attempted to auction off a non-fungible token version of its Corvette Z06 supercar, is the most recent corporation to have its NFT efforts completely flop in the decentralized finance market. Despite a genuine 2023 Corvette Z06 being part of the package, there were no offers placed between the opening day of bidding on June 20th and the closing day of June 24th. Ouch! Digital artist xsullo created the uniquely curated NFT artwork, which was finished with a special minted green paint job, carbon wheel fibers, and the Z07 performance package. Chevrolet pledged that the distinctive colorway wouldn't appear on any of its production version automobiles in order to preserve the package's distinctive appeal when a real-life version of the digital Z06 was offered for auction. But it later came out that the appeal in question didn't exist at all, which was incredibly off-putting. Secondly, you get what you ask for. The auction's host, SuperRare, was perplexed as to why eager buyers weren't snatching up the chance to buy the mint green computerized device, so they decided to prolong the sale by an additional 24 hours after the original closing time. But the second time around, the auction ended with, yep, you guessed it, no bids whatsoever. The fact that the bids were only allowed in the cryptocurrency Ethereum and that the opening bid for the Z06 was a whopping 206 ETH, or about $240,000, may have contributed to the auction's lack of success. So it's no surprise, honestly. As much as people are car superfans, it's pretty obvious that if they had that kind of money lying around, they'd be more likely to go out and buy a real car. The enticement of a special paint treatment and a matching digital model couldn't persuade purchasers to part with the extra money that the company was asking for. The car is projected to cost roughly $90,000 or 74,629 pounds now as a regular model. Now that's a shocker. American automaker Chevrolet later went on to describe the entire painful experience as educational in response to a blogger who wanted to hear from them. This is not the first time that automakers have attempted to capitalize on the NFT boom either. Just recently, Lamborghini worked with Krista Kim and Steve Aoki to create and somehow attempt to auction off a digital version of the Lamborghini Aventador 2. Frankly speaking, this is a trend that we are eager to see leave the market entirely. Something about supercar NFTs for ridiculous sums of money doesn't make sense to pretty much anybody. Analysts predict that Chevy will eventually try to return to digital assets. The mess serves as a striking illustration of the NFT market's extreme volatility for the time being. According to information from CryptoSlam on July 14, the typical sale price for an Ethereum NFT had fallen to $391, an 84% decline from the average of $2,436 in May. According to Dune, sales volumes on OpenSea, the largest NFT marketplace in the world, have decreased by 75% since May. Coming up, taking a look at the market. Even so, the ride for many companies doesn't seem to end even after the brakes are pumped on their entire NFT collection. In fact, if you search for any automaker, together with the term NFT right after, you'll unsurprisingly manage to uncover a sea of artwork. Projects have been announced by companies like Porsche, Bentley, Rolls-Royce, BMW, Hyundai, Lotus, and Nissan, among others. This sharp decline in pricing may unfortunately raise some serious questions about the long-term value of NFTs and even businesses based on tangible assets such as this in the real world. There's something that is almost a universal truth at this point, and that's that the desire to make money, whether through cryptocurrency or not, isn't going away. Chevy's neon bright cautionary story demonstrates that automakers will need to do much more than simply commission a handful of hastily created images and hope for the best. As the business lead for NFT, storage, and head of NFTs at Protocol Labs, a company that creates internet technologies, Jonathan Victor explains that all it takes is just some thinking about what are the best methods that you can communicate with your user base. Now in other news, next up, making ripples in the industry. The cryptocurrency ecosystem is no longer simply about just Bitcoin. The top businesses in the decentralized digital asset sector are now preparing to spill over into the conventional financial sector, which, by the way, is actually regulated in comparison, so it's going to take a lot to make that leap. Recent examples of the IPO goals of significant crypto businesses include the likes of Coinbase, who tried their hand. Leading enterprise blockchain and cryptocurrency solutions provider Ripple has now joined this particular group of businesses seeking for, or at least intending to pursue, an actual legitimate public listing on the market. It's worth mentioning that a complaint complaint from the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, is the main problem in the company's IPO process finally moving forward. The chief executive of the brand, Brad Garlinghouse, told CNBC at the World Economic Forum that the business will be taking a look at IPO options after the bothersome litigation is finally resolved. Garlinghouse also anticipates that we will be hearing from the court by around the end of the year. Ripple's development over the past few years has been greatly influenced by the increased institutional adoption of the XRP ledger, also known as the XRPL, and RippleNet as a means of facilitating secure international payments for users. Ilman Shazaev, CEO and founder of Farcana, told news sources, such as Finance Magnets, that several state banks have announced interest in the organization's service to date. Sounds like this may be one of those incredibly rare crypto ventures that isn't a scam. Who would have thought? According to the company's first quarter 2022 XRP markets report, which was released back in May, RippleNet had a record-shattering start to this year. In the Middle East, RippleNet's ODL implementation was introduced just last year, in fact. RippleNet has been boosted by cross-border payments by a number of legitimate businesses in the region, including Lulu Exchange. Coming up next, celebs getting pulled into the DeFi space? Chinese NFT platform Lianwan has come out and publicly apologized for stirring up trouble in Hong Kong after the agency of actor Louis Ko Tin Lock claimed the platform was exploiting Ko's photos for marketing without permission. According to a statement from Ko's agency Master Kingdom, published on Ko's official Weibo account on June 17, 2022, Lianwan, a well-known Chinese digital collectibles platform that sells blockchain-backed images, featured pictures of posters from Ko's 2021 crime thriller G-Storm and claimed to be working with Ko. In order to prevent confusion, Lianwan was also asked by Ko's agency to stop any infringing behavior and remove any false remarks. The film's distributor, China Huas, and copyright owner, Mandarin Motion Pictures, jointly stated in a statement on Weibo that they had never given permission to Anhui Lianmei, or Lianwan. Meanwhile, Lianwan released a statement on its Weibo account claiming that it used Ko's poster images with permission from creative agency Anhui Lianmei. When Lianwan apologized on Weibo on June 18, 2022, it emphasized that it had always respected the legitimate rights of copyright owners and that the offending materials had been removed from its site. The NFT platform also gave the public the assurance that it will investigate the situation carefully, check any information with Ko's agency, and immediately release the findings. Coming up, NFT awards? The Australian Open's very own metaverse received the first Cannes Lions for an NFT metaverse initiative in the entire entertainment category for sports. This wasn't done by themselves either, and they collaborated with Web3 company Run It Wild to achieve this. The AO Art Ball also won a Bronze Lion for the sport's most creative use of technology and platforms, almost never seen before on such a scale. The Open was the first Grand Slam that successfully managed to virtualize its precinct in Decentraland's metaverse, taking visitors on a thoroughly immersive journey through Melbourne Park with access to behind-the-scenes footage too. In addition to this, visitors had a chance to relive historic matches and take part in the daily play to earn quests with a chance to win NFTs, POAPs, and some fresh wearables from just about anywhere in the world. Run It Wild's creator, Adam Dakota, said that there's something absolutely beautiful when the completely different worlds of creativity, data, and technology intersect with each other. He claimed to be immensely pleased with what the Run It Wild team had delivered so far, especially being recognized for a project that was pretty much anchored by blockchain technology. The creator went on to say that it's been a crazy trip pushing the boundaries of technology and artistic capabilities with the AO's faith and support throughout their journey and uplifting the people that they work with. He added a bit of humor to the mix when he gave the room something to laugh about, saying, "It takes a village to build metaverse records after all." That managed to get a laugh even out of us. Ridley Plummer, NFT and metaverse project lead for Tennis Australia, stated that it's been an incredibly huge honor for a Web3 project such as this to even be recognized by the creative industry in the most prestigious creative awards ceremony. And that's a wrap for this video. We'll see you in the next one.